We are now going to discuss the progress report. This is something that is new to everybody on campus. All students and advisors have basically been introduced to this in May of this year. So it is something that everyone's learning together. And so this is a progress report of a person that is in the art history program. And so they're a little bit far in their program. They're not too far. Looks like they got about more than 50% of their classes to complete. And so your schedule will probably be similar in these percentages on these areas. If you're an open major, it probably won't have this primary right here. And it'll be mostly full of religion and GE elective hours. So we're gonna go through what all these things mean. So these are your GEs. We start here, general education requirements, in the program requirements tab under the progress report. We've got American Heritage, global cultural awareness, and then we've got all the other sections, skills, arts, letters, and sciences, and then down here is religion. So let's start taking a look at things. So these classes up here, we can see that they're completed, whether that's through, it looks like these were through classes taken at BYU. This one was through an IB exam. This one was through the ACT. And then we've got more over here, planned courses for fall of 2023 all the way forward. You can plan over here what to decide to take in the future. You can add it for, I think, all the way up to 2027, it looks like, of classes that you'd like to take in the future. And then they'll show up on here that they're planned at least. Some of them will say registered even once you have gone through with your registration date. And so it'll say in progress or planned in the area that you're registered for that class. And so what we want to consider here as, especially most of our public is freshmen, right? You may or may not have lots of these completed. You may have transfer credits, you may have AP tests that complete these or partially complete them or don't complete them at all. And so keep in mind the red ones especially not completed, to consider those in the future. All of these classes are about 60 credits. They take basically your whole bachelor's degree to complete, while you're also completing major required classes that are also usually amount to about 60 credits, so about 120 to graduation at least. And so each of these sections provides each different skill, and you have different classes that you can take for each skill. There's some complicated ones that, like American Heritage, where you can either take the American Heritage course, complete one of two courses, one of these two for option 1.1, or you could take Econ 110 and History 220 to complete the American Heritage requirement. And so if you just look through some of these, you'll see these options here. That's what to keep in mind for American Heritage and physical science especially. These are the ones that sometimes give you an option to take two classes instead of the one. So this one's either physical science, complete one of 5 courses to complete the physical science requirement, or complete 2 courses here, which is for some students, but most other students complete 2 of 3 options here. Like, for example, I took descriptive astronomy and dinosaurs, and that completed my physical science requirement, as long as they're from different areas. So 1 and 1 or 1 and 1. Next up is double counting. So some of the GEs double count with each other. The most popular double counting class is the Civ 2 class. Almost all of the Civ 2 classes offered here can count towards other requirements. It lists some here. This course can count towards the arts requirement and the Civ 2 requirements. We're in Civ 2 right now, so it counts for Civ 2, unless it says something like you cannot use here, taken fall 2017 or later. But this art history 202 class, that one will count for arts and Civ 2, and for this person's major as well. That's the red text here. This person's major also requires this class. And so this would be an awesome class to take for somebody in the major and wants to do arts and Civ 2 as the requirements they need to take. And so this is one to keep in mind as you go through. It counts mostly for letters or arts, and then sometimes for global and cultural awareness as well. In a few of the other areas, some double count as well. That's something to keep in mind. For example, global and cultural awareness may also fulfill social science. Some of the classes that are in this, like Anthropology 101, sometimes fulfills social science, usually fulfills social science. Let's double check. Yep, can count towards global cultural awareness in the social sciences, and now we check in social sciences to make sure it appears there as well. Anthropology 101 counts for both. Another popular one is these religion classes down here. Some of these also count for global and cultural awareness. So that's something to just look through on your own to see, especially if you only have a few generals left to complete, trying to like double count to the max. So to maximize all your generals, like this seems like a lot of information, which it is a lot of information to go through, especially on your own as a new freshman. And so using the planning function is great to keep all of your thoughts straight. So if you wanted to plan something in this area, like I decide I want to take American Heritage, I plan that. This one doesn't let you plan because you've already completed it. But if we plan here, for example, I want to take, because I'm an art history major, maybe I'll take writing about arts and humanities and plan it for later. And then later it will show up in your register tab underneath that semester. So then you can look at each semester and see how many credits you'll be taking. And this is something that is very important to go over with an advisor eventually, but it's kind of nice to have an idea of that before you meet with your advisor officially. And then eventually you'll get into your major and you'll talk about your graduation plan with your major advisor. Apply it for graduation, and that'll come way later, but there's like resources to do that. If you were planning to kind of explore a major, you can see the classes that are required for that major lower below religion and below GE. You can also shop other majors and minors to see how your classes would fit in with that major. So one that would probably be popular to go with this person's major would maybe be something in the humanities, maybe history. Let's find history. Our longest loading website, of course. So yeah, this is just major minor shopping comparisons. Looking at what would count. So this is still the GE, religion. But then over here is the classes that would count for history. So this one counted. Your writing 150 class is done if you did that. There's going to be all the classes that are expected for the major here. So if you are shopping for a major, there's some that are just like super long in their extent of classes that you could take. You don't have to take all of these classes. Complete 7 electives, 21 total hours. This is just all your options. It can just seem extra overwhelming, but you can also hide things as well, so you don't have to look at them on the screen while you're trying to focus on something else. Let's also take a look at the by-semester view. So we're still on the progress report, but we're just gonna look at by-semester. And so this is where all those planned courses go as well. So not just to the register tab, but also to the by-semester tab. This person has planned these 3 classes for fall. It's not showing if they're added to the cart or not. That's something you have to do on the register tab, but these are the 3 classes that have been planned so far. So we've got what they fulfill over here, which is awesome. So like this one will satisfy a major requirement. This one will satisfy languages of learning. This one, it looks like this one just does eternal families and such. This is an example of art history fulfilling Civ 2 in arts. This was winter semester 2022. And so it also shows the past. It looks like it highlights in a little bit of a blue the future semesters, so you can keep them separate a little bit. So you can scroll all the way to the bottom. We've even got transfer credits, AP credits here, and then the first semester at BYU starts. Then we've also got the academic summary page. This is similar to the by-semester page, but doesn't show any classes that haven't been graded yet. So it won't show those planned classes. This is just to look at for if you just want to see all the classes you've taken that have transferred, especially if you're worried that your transfer credits haven't transferred to BYU yet. So if you're worried that, oh no, all my AP credits didn't transfer, I'm missing European history, oh no, that counts for something maybe. So I should probably get it to BYU. And so this is a great place to find if your transfer credits have counted for anything.